This is Aaron with Northwest Submission Challenge here with a fellow Aaron, looking sharp, an assassin of a black belt here. Aaron, how do you feel?
I feel good. Can be a little bit underwhelming to train this much, and then I had an opportunity really early in the match and I had to take it. So the match ended a lot earlier than I expected. He's got great jiu-jitsu, and I'm really honored that he had me for the match and for the title. And yeah, if he wants to run it back at some point, I'd love to.
Awesome. How does it feel to have this nice strap on your shoulder?
It's cool. Yeah, I came a few months ago to try and win the absolute title, and I was really unhappy with that performance. I played it really safe, and I tried to win by inches, and it didn't work out that way. My mentality was totally wrong, and I've been working really hard to shift that. I'm a sports performance consultant. I got my master's degree earlier this summer, and I'm working on getting accredited as a coach. So for me, I'm my own guinea pig, and I'm trying to be the best that I can be, and then I can hopefully share that with others.
I appreciate that. So what changed from I was there that night, I competed that night, from the last Northwest to now? What's the biggest stride, whether it's technical, whether it's social? What's different, Aaron? You got to tell me.
A lot of it is the trust and belief in myself, because I know that I have the capability to be one of the best in the world. I know that I have the skills. I understand the game. I've been in it a really, really long time. But competing is a different art than just training in the gym. And it's something that I've always struggled with, and I'm trying to develop and figure out, what do I look like as a competitor? What's my point of being a competitor? What am I trying to get out of it? And a lot of it was understanding what my worth was, and understanding that how you compete has no qualification of who you are. Just going and losing doesn't mean you're a bad person, doesn't mean you suck at jiu-jitsu. It just means you need to get better at competing. You failed that day for competing. And that realization has been very helpful for me, and something that I try to remind myself of, because I think a lot of people, and myself included, it's so easy to attribute competing and failing to being I'm not good, and that really affects your life. It affects your mentality afterwards, and I've really done my best to adjust that shift and really trust in myself, and really be my own biggest coach and my own biggest supporter, because there's a tendency also for me to be too critical of myself, and I need to be my biggest supporter. If no one else is in my corner, I have to be in my corner too. So
it sounds like you got a lot better with your self-belief, your vision, and I appreciate and align with a lot of what you said there. So that's awesome. Any call-outs going forward? Anybody you'd like to see here on the Northwest Submission Challenge mats?
I'd love to compete in the gi. I love the gi. I love gi and no gi. Gi was my first love for jiu-jitsu, and something that I'm always trying to keep up on. I've only been training no gi seriously for the last 4 years or so. But I've been training 18 years of jiu-jitsu, and most of that's been in the gi. I love the gi. I love no gi too, but if I can compete in the gi, that would be great too.
2 more questions for you. For anybody that's a lower belt or just struggling in their journey, any recommendations or any advice for them?
Go and compete if that's something that you want to do, because it's a skill that you have to learn, and remind yourself of those things that I talked about earlier that have worked for myself. And understanding, what's your point for competing? What are you trying to get out of competing? What is a good performance for you? If you go and there's no one in your division and you get a gold medal, is that success? Or if you go and you get the top seed in your first match and you lose, if you lost by a small margin, is that success, right? So really understand, being a little introspective on understanding, what's the point, what's the purpose, what are you getting out of it?
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your advice to anybody wanting to compete. Anyone you'd like to dedicate this match to? Any teammates you'd like to thank?
All my teammates at Clarkson University. They've been, a family for me, and I love them. And unfortunately, one of my main training partners, Matt, he got injured. He was supposed to compete on this, and he wasn't able to make it out for this one. But thanks for all your help, Matt. Derek came in and filled in, and Derek's awesome. He's been very supportive of me today, and thanks to all those guys. Yeah.
You're always welcome out here in Boise. Congrats again, champ. We'll see you soon.